I'm Brian McRae.
And Tracy McRae.
And we picked up and moved here to Northwest Arkansas in 2022. We've been coming down really since 2015 in the first visit. And it's ironic, Tracy, during that process kind of said, at one point, I could live in a town like this.
When we decided to move, I just started looking at everybody's website. Fellowship's website kind of caught my eye. There was a lot of opportunities for women, which was lacking at our church in St. Louis. So that was important to me. So I made a phone call, which, I think is Stephanie Getz, and she and I are very similar in our life stage, and we just really connected, and I felt like that was kind of sealed the deal, that this is where it was supposed to be, and convinced him that I think we found church.
In the process of moving one daughter out of college, and she stayed here, so we were moving her into so we were coming down and a lot, and so we visited, and it just really, we walked in, and at the time we didn't know the church was only open for about 3 months, and we're like, it's so established, and you could just see that people were it was warm. Ended up finding a house, and the first thing I did was look for a men's group. And so I jumped on the site, and there was a Wednesday morning men's group. So literally a week after we bought a house, she's got a women's ministry that it feels like she can get plugged into. I found a men's group. And then shortly, I wasn't 3 steps out of my car, and Jack C was shaking my hand and saying, hey, how are you? And he invited us to a community group. So literally we were a couple weeks in, and just God kind of opened some doors, and she's got a women's group, I've got a men's group, and together we had something that we really were struggling with in previous places, which was to get community outside of the corporate worship. So it's been a real blessing.
Looking at what was available, and noticed there was a Just Moved Bible study, which I couldn't believe that they had a Bible study. I thought, well, is this just one-off? This is a sign from God. That was so well run and so well attended from people all over the country, which initially was a little like I couldn't believe all the different places people were coming from, but just was a great place to kind of unpack our moves a little bit and start to meet some people that were in the same phase of life.
One of the other ways that we got plugged in was we attended a Discover group right upstairs, and it was a room full of people, and we're just like, oh my gosh. And then shortly after that, we got a phone call from Abel just trying to get us plugged into a community group. So, we felt like we could step in, and, just everybody was so welcoming and so encouraging and inviting, and made it easy, which in really an awkward phase of what we were going through, getting kids settled, and new phase of life for us, kind of empty nesting, and in a new community. So just people reaching out was really just so warm, and it was, we look back on what we really got, what happened in the first 90 days we were here with the number of people that we were able to connect with at the church. It was really prayer answered.
One of the ways God's growing me through this is just definitely through trust and making this transition and kind of going, okay, we're going to start over and just see where God takes us.
I would agree with Tracy. I would say it's really, trust has been a huge issue, because I think from a standpoint, a lot of this is new, whether it be, our faith community, whether it would be our friend group, whether it would be even work related. There's a lot of new phases of life for us. So really a lot of uncertainty. And so just really trusting, and just the little signs, you want to try to take control. And the reality is that, he's very clear, trust me. And so this process has been one that we've had to, and just, I think the blessings keep showing up as we continue to lean in.